keep them supervised, and I'll ask you not to stray onto the racing line. Either stay on the horse box side or on the infield, and do not stray on the racing line up the home straight, and obey all the officials. Meanwhile, starter has given the signal and they're off and racing for the 4-year-old mare's maiden. This contest has 15 runners leaving the starting gate. It's sponsored by Dairygold and Pegus horse feeds. They have a good jaunt before they'll come into the home straight, and they'll be greeted by what will be the first of a total of 13 fences today. And as the field come down towards this first fence, up there prominent is a Fancy Getaway in the centre. Nesca Blue's not too far away either, and we have lost one there on the outside in the yellow silks. I think it could have been Nashville Notions gone at the first. Looks as though James Murphy's kneeling up after the tumble, so Nashville Notions out at number 1 over the second. Brian Dunleavy's come to lead now aboard a Fancy Getaway. He's out there in front. In second place, the big white face showing of Red Morning Light, and that one in turn has been followed by Barry O'Neill in third place, the Whiskey Serenade. So it's coming up past the judge with just over 2 complete circuits to race. On settling down, a Fancy Getaway is a length and a half ahead at the moment from Whiskey Serenade and Red Morning Light, and next up is Whitterose Hill, who is on the inside of Miss Doyen. And then in about 6th place, tracking 3 deep, Niska Blue, the Dennis Hogan trained runner. Further back after these, in about 7th and 8th positions respectively, are Little Ivy, who's alongside Strand Street Lass. Further back in the field then for Call Me Annie, who in turn is followed by Contrary Mary and Mikey O'Connor after that one. Over the fence, about 5 from the back of the field, is Order of Justice, who in turn is followed by Leading Rose, and after Leading Rose, still anchored in the early stages at the back, are Getaway's Charm, and the other one who is out towards the tail of the field there at the moment is Little Ivy's out towards the back, also Arctic Bjog. So they go now to the second of the 2 fences in the back straight, and as they rise over this one, it's the James and Mary Doyle trained mare, a Fancy Getaway, who brings the train along at the moment. In second place, sitting 2 lengths down, is Niska Blue, followed in third position by Whiskey Serenade, and then Red Morning Light is next up. Further back then, to find in about 6th place along the inside, is Whitterose Hill with Miss Doyen, and then improving its position, Little Ivy for Jack Hendricks. They turn back into the home straight for the second time, and as they do so, they're led by a Fancy Getaway. So a Fancy Getaway up and over this one safely. Niska Blue is in second place. Down the inside, the Bow Runner, Whiskey Serenade, is not too far away. Neither in the centre there is Red Morning Light. So coming to the fence just past the halfway point now, and as they stream out over this one, back marker is Arctic Bjog, just ahead of it is Leading Rose, but they're reasonably well packed in behind the leader, which is a Fancy Getaway. So at the fence last next time round in the 4-year-old mares, a Fancy Getaway will lead up past the judge this time, followed in second place by Red Morning Light. Whiskey Serenade's close up, as is Whitterose Hill and Miss Doyen, and slightly hidden on the far side, much closer now, is Little Ivy, and just in behind these in a handy 6th place is Strand Street Lass, and then further back on the inside to find the likes of Order of Justice, the Brian Hamilton runner, who's come down from Downpatrick, and that one is racing there alongside with Call Me Annie. Niska Blue has lost his position, was up in the first 4 for the first mile, but now is backpedaling, so over the 5th from home. And away from that one, a Fancy Getaway's just in front. In second place on its shoulder sits Red Morning Light. Third position as they move halfway down the back straight is Whiskey Serenade, and then further on the outside of these is Little Ivy, just sitting on the heels of the leaders, Strand Street Lass. So they're about to go to the 4th last fence now in the mare's maiden. And as they rise at this one, A Fancy Getaway is the one to be shot at out there in front, has the call at the moment. From in second place on the inside, they're trying to move through is Little Ivy, just in behind Whiskey Serenade and Strand Street last. So the field are beginning to stretch out now as A Fancy Getaway continues to put on the revs here in front and leads. In second place is Little Ivy. Red Morning Light is still there in third position. In behind these, and the orange sleeve staying on is Call Me Annie, being pushed along as Strand Street last, and Whiskey Serenade. So over the third last and A Fancy Getaway. If anything is going away from the opposition here, it's A Fancy Getaway with the lead. One who we lost at the third last fence was Order of Justice back in about 6th or 7th, but A Fancy Getaway at the second last is clear. Miss Doyen moves through into second. Under pressure now in third place is Little Ivy, and then further back to fourth, coming from the rear of the field, is Getaway's Charm. But over the final fence, and this is another winner for Brian Dunleavy and James and Mary Doyle, because having led going out the final time, she's absolutely produced the 3-2-1. Sorry, we lost that there. The winner in the end was for Brian Dunleavy and the Doyles, A Fancy Getaway, coming home from Miss Doyen, and a good start of the day for the Wexford contingent.
The result of the first race: first number 11, second number 22, third number 19, number 10 was fourth. 11, 22, 19, number 10 was fourth. And your distances were 23 lengths, a dead heat for second place, and 2.5 lengths. 23 lengths, a dead heat for second, and 2.5 lengths to the fourth.
One, two, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Well, ladies and gentlemen, joining me here now in the winner's enclosure after that very, very impressive performance by a fancy getaway is Frank O'Mara. And Frank, your connection here with the winner.
I bought the mare carrying the foal. The late Michael Dixon owned the mare. Jimmy Mangan trained the dam. Nora's Fancy. She won 5 races. She was a very good mare in her own right. And Michael Dixon passed away, unfortunately. So I bought the mare carrying the foal and kept the foal until she was 3 and sold her to James. So a great success.
A great success. And coming here today now, do they fancy this winner?
James fancies his horses most of the time, and he does a good job on them. Now, we actually sold the one that was third as well to Andy Pierce. So we had 2 in competition today. So it was a good day.
And how many has James in training for the Pint to Pints this year?
I'd say James would have in the region of about 60 horses in. Very good operator himself, and Mary Ellen Dial. Yeah.
And Mary Ellen and himself, of course, she's one of our leading Pint to Pint trainers. Had a great season last season as well.
Excellent, and their horses seem to train on. They go to the good stables. They seem to train on, and they're good operators. Yeah.
And as of now, because James is busy there, we'll probably catch up with him later in the afternoon. You don't know the future plans for this very impressive winner.
Well, I'd say she'll be sold to go to hopefully go to a good yard.
And your connection with racing now, how long are you involved in racing yourself as a breeder?
About 25 years.
And is this the best that you have bred up to now?
No, I bred a very good horse called Mr. Vango. He won there just before Christmas for the Bradstock team, and a lot of good winners bred now, but no real good horse, but nice winners bred.
Yeah. And where do you come from yourself?
I come from a place called Flagmount in East Clare, but I live in Uachtarard in Galway.
So a great a great success here. And coming here today, were you confident of victory?
No, never confident going to the racetrack. This is a very competitive place to come to, and it's very, very difficult to get a winner here. So you're just hoping you'll be thereabouts.
But had the winner shown you the right signs prior to today?
Yeah, she showed a lot of ability at home, but she got a couple of little setbacks and bits and pieces. And now she's flying it, so she looks like a good mare, and I think she is.
Well, it's a great success story. Congratulations and well done, and continued success in the future.
Thanks very much. Appreciate that.
Ladies and gentlemen, your appreciation there for Frank O'Mara. A big connection there with the winner there of our first race, the very, very impressive fancy getaway.